typically bearings जो है like if you must know that if these are the typical directions for the bearing, like you have north here and this is east, this one is the south, and this is the west over here. Okay, so bearing is a clockwise angle from north. Okay, bearing is a clockwise angle from north. So once again, just to revise, repeat that you're at a point A and you have to go at a bearing of let's say 60 degrees. So you must know that where is the north. Let's suppose the north is in this direction. So this is going to be the bearing of 60 degrees. Okay. So this is the required direction in which you have to move. Okay. Now, suppose you have to like you have reached the point B over here. Okay, and then you have to go at a bearing of, let's say, 100 degrees. So once again you will have the north over here. So this is your 90 and this is going to be the bearing of 100 degrees. Okay, so bearing is a clockwise angle from the north. Okay, so this is something that which was about drawing the bearing. The next thing is that you people are asked the bearing of a point from another point. Now, suppose there is a situation like this. There is a point A and here is the point B. But given that the bearing of A from B is, let's say this is 50 degrees. And then you have to find the bearing of B from A. Now, when it says B from A, the first thing you need to have on the point A is the direction of this north over here. Okay, so you keep your pencil over here, you move clockwise. So that means you have to give how much is this angle over here. Okay, so now using the angles on parallel lines, you know that if this is 50 degrees, then this angle is going to be 130 degrees because the angles between parallel lines, they add up to 180 degrees. So the bearing of B from A is going to be 360 minus 130. So that is going to be 230 degrees. So that is how you find the bearing. Okay, you must be aware of the typical bearings. The typical bearings are like if this is the, sorry, this is your north, south. Now this is your north here. This is your south here. And this one is east and this one is west. Okay, so something which is towards the north, so that is also called a bearing of 000 degrees. Okay, when something is exactly in the east direction, so the direction of east, or this is called due east, this is going to be a bearing of 090 degrees. Then the direction due south, you see this, there is another right angle, so this bearing is going to be 180 degrees. And then due west, there is another right angle over here. So all this angle is going to be 270 degrees. And once again, the due north can also be called 360 degrees. We always write this bearing in 3 digits. Okay. Now, if there is something which is uh, going between the north and the east, so this is called the northeast. Okay, and this angle is 45 degrees and this is a bearing of 045 degrees. Okay, something which is going between the south and east, so for this you have, this is your southeast, this is another 45 degrees. So southeast actually means 90 plus 45, so that is a bearing of 135 degrees. Similarly, exactly between the south and west is going to be um, that is going to be, this is southwest, so this is going to be 225 degrees, and exactly between north and west is going to be a bearing of 360 15 degrees. Okay. Now you look at the first question. It says find the bearing of A from O. So this is your A from O. So how much is this angle? Miss Malaika? A from O is, that is simply 0.35 degrees. That is your A from O. What is the bearing of B from O? What is the bearing of B from O? So you have to start
90
from this
plus
north and go up to this. So that is going to be 90 plus 28. That is 118 degrees. Okay. Now you have to tell me what is the bearing of C from O. So you start from here, go all the way to C. So this is going to be 270 minus 44. So that means this is 226 degrees. And last but not the least, the bearing of D from O. So you see this is going in this quadrant, very much closer to 360 degrees. So this is 360 minus 39. So that is 321 degrees. Okay? Malaika?
G.
Anna? Acha, now suppose if I draw this here again, like this. This is, let me say this is 30 degrees. This is your A. This is O. This one is 20 degrees. And this is another 20 degrees C over here. And this one is 50 degrees. Okay. So you find the bearing of A from O, B from O, C from O, D from O. And then you find O from A, O from B, O from C. You find these bearings. Okay. While responding to the bearing, now you should have the typical, like, look at this. If it is like this, if something is going in this direction, so you see this is between 0 and 90. If something is going in this direction, the bearing is going to be between 90 and 180. Okay. Something is going in this direction, this is between 180 and 270. And similarly for this direction, this is between 270 and 360. Now, when we say the bearing of O from A, so something is going away from A. Okay. So you should have north at this. So this is basically something is going in this direction. So Malaika, you see that your answer has to be somewhere between 180 and 270. Okay. So you first of all have a north here, and then you tell yourself that you have to tell all this angle, that how much is this angle. Now, if you just extend this line, if this is 30, this angle is going to be 30 degrees. So this bearing of O from A is going to be 180 plus 30. This is 180 plus 30. So that is 210. Now, can you try finding the bearing of B from O? Sorry, O from B. If it is O from B, when you keep your north over here, you see this is the north. So this something is going away from B or coming towards B. So you have to see that how much is all this angle. Okay, so O from B. So if this is 20, if I just draw a line over here, I can have the alternate angles. This angle will also be 20. So what do you think? What is the bearing of O from B? Hmm? Yes, Malaika,
Um,
O from B is it more than 270 or less than 270?
more,
Hmm?
less.
Oh, come on. This is Look at
More.
up to this. If you go from here up to this is 270. So this is going beyond 270. This is 20 more than 270. Okay. So this is 270 plus 20. So that is going to be 290 degrees. Look at this bearing of O from C. Now you have your north here. So this much is the angle. So this is in this area, okay, between 0 and 90. So if this is 20 degrees over here, then this is also 20. You can always draw these parallel lines so that you can find the alternate corresponding or maybe the interior angles of parallel lines. So this is 20. So how much is the bearing of O from C? Yes?
Um,
This is
20
90
minus
minus 20, that is
9.
0, 70 degrees. Okay? And finally, the bearing of
G.
O from D. You have to tell me now. This is the angle that you have to find. You can draw this line here. This is 50 degrees here, and this is 90 degrees here. So the bearing of O from D is
90 plus 50.
yeah, 90 plus
90 plus 50.
that is going to be 140 degrees. Okay, let's keep it up to this, and we shall be doing the remaining questions tomorrow.